Hello to everyone. Today we are going to show you the project of our protesis that is about a mouth prothesis. So the team is conformed by Catalina Ordóñez, Laura Villarraga, Michela Avellaneda, Jerónimo Giraldo, and Ashley Pulido.
So in this video we're going to show you how was our experience by making this prothesis and our process. So come with us. To begin, we're going to start with the planes.
Superior occlusion plane. It is a plane parallel to the camper plane which goes from the base of the nose to the tragus, that is the ear. In this plane of occlusion, the teeth are placed 2 mm below the free edge of the side at rest. The basic materials of the prothesis are structural alginate, impression material, type 3 plaster to make the study model, paraffin to make the base of the prothesis before acrylating, prothesis teeth, acrylic teeth that are cushion in shape, size and color according to the physiognomy of the patient, and head curing acrylic to finish the prothesis.
It is important to calculate the forces that will be present in the process, this meaning direction and intensity, to find out how the mouth behaves before, during and after inserting the prothesis. Various systems of forces are produced in the mouth, which must be taken into account. First, movement. A body is in motion when it successively occupies different positions with respect to a reference system. It is what the jaw does throughout our lives, but mainly during chewing and especially how it is positioned during swallowing. Second, trajectory. It is a line described by the model supposedly reduced to a point. When the trajectory is straight, its movement is rectilinear. If its path is curved, it's called curvilinear, a movement that must be compensated with the pieces to be replaced. Displacement. The distance is a straight line from the starting point to the ending point. We could visualize it if we saw the jaw from the inside, as while we chew, our jaw moves from front to back. The patients begin to be studied to understand what the type of jaw he has and what will be the force of its bite. Kinematics, which is the science that studies jaw movements, the physical fields that make us see lever actions, the inclined plane and others. Inclined plane. The inclined plane deflects the chewing forces and causes instability. Therefore, the patient will look for the most comfortable position, which is not the correct one, but is where it does not suffer pain, and then unconsciously adapts the mouth to the prothesis and other processes to the mouth. This causes a centric relationship erroneous and end up creating TMJ dysfunctions and pathologies. Newton's third law. In every body that exerts a force, there must be another that resists it. This is the principle of exercise opposed. Therefore, this principle is the origin of balance, and it is what allows us to eliminate the inclined plane. In the same way, this principle, referring to the direction of the forces, delimits the angle of the obtusal plane. With this law, we come to the conclusion that the occlusion scheme should be based on vertical movements and not on horizontal displacements. Although the latter will help us to stabilize our prothesis, when choosing the posterior teeth, they must be placed in such a way that the vertical forces are the one that delimits the patient's occlusion.
In materials we have alginate, type 3 plaster, base wax, acrylic teeth, water, face mask, coat, lab gloves, 2 cups of gum, 2 spoons, plastic spatula, plaster spatula, container for water, measuring spoon, upper bucket, lighter, razor, monomer, heat curing acrylic, 2 wax rims, cement for temporary teeth, and tweezers. How to make the impression material? Put 2 tablespoons of alginate and 1 tablespoon of water with the spatula into the container and mix for 1 minute. Put the mixture into the upper bucket with the spatula. Separate the cheek of the edentulous patient with 1 finger and with the other insert the tray for the side. First, the back part so that the material goes forward and separate the upper lip so that there are not air bubbles. Leave the mixture to rest in the patient's mouth until it turns white and hardens. Take out of the patient's mouth. How to make model casting material? Put 2 tablespoons of plaster and 2 tablespoons of water into the rubber container. Mix with the spatula for 1 minute and shake the container until no more bubbles are visible in the mixture. Put this mixture with a plaster spatula into the impression material and that was previously made. Let it rest for an hour at the room temperature and remove the plaster model.